Hey guys! I know a lot of you are going back to school soon. Well, let's be honest, the best part about that is that it's finally time to make your school supplies all cute and colorful. And that's why I'm going to show you 3 ideas on how to decorate your notebooks by using one super easy technique. So let's get started. You will need a cutting board, a potato, a knife, an X-Acto knife, and a marker. And you will also need acrylic paint, brushes, and paper in green, yellow, and pink that has the same size as the front side of your notebook. And of course, glue. For the watermelon design, go ahead and start with a potato. Cut it in half and then cut one of the slices in half again. You want to get a semicircle shape. Then apply some red acrylic paint to one of the semicircles. You want to fully cover this part as this is going to be our stamp. Once you're done with it, test out the stamp first. And then go ahead and press your stamp onto the yellow paper hard enough to transfer as much paint as possible. And then carefully remove it. If you press too gently, the color might not transfer that very well. Even though the stamp won't last forever, I like using potato stamps because it's easier to work with than with sponges, for example. You can also put a paper sheet underneath and press the stamp onto the edges as well. This way you create a more seamless pattern. Now repeat the step until you're happy with the amount of red shapes. If you want, you can fill in the empty spaces or create cleaner edges with a brush. Once you're happy with the pattern, let the paint dry. In the meantime, let's go and create a strawberry pattern. Begin with cutting a potato in half and then draw a heart shape on top. It doesn't have to look perfect. Once you're done with it, take your X-Acto knife and cut the heart shape along the guideline. Be sure to cut in just a little bit and not too far. Then cut into the top part and cut around the edges to remove the excess potato. Be sure to stop right below the guideline as we don't want to accidentally cut off our heart shape. And if you accidentally damage the shape, you can simply even it out with your X-Acto knife. The shape doesn't have to look perfect at all because this will make the print even cuter. Test out the stamp first as well, and if you're happy with it, use the stamp the same way as shown in the beginning. And don't forget about the edges. Once you're happy with the pattern, let everything dry. And to create a pineapple stamp, take one of the potato halves and start drawing an oval onto the lower part. Then draw the leaves above just by adding spiky lines. Adjust the outline until you're happy with it. And then go ahead and carefully cut out the shape. Once you're finished with that, cut the potato in half right along the middle part of the shape to create 2 stamps. Now take some yellow acrylic paint and test out the lower part of the pineapple. Adjust the stamp if necessary and print the pattern onto the pink paper. Be sure to print them not too close because you will need some space for the leaves as well. Then take the second part of the stamp and with green acrylic paint applied on top, press the stamp just above the pineapple shape. I used 2 stamps for that because I wanted to create cleaner edges and prints. And this way you also avoid smudging the colors. Now if you want, you can take one of the semicircles that we prepared in the beginning and use them to create lemon prints the same way as you created the watermelon. This part is optional, but you can use the eraser of your pencil as a stamp as well. Once you're happy with the design, let everything dry completely. When the watermelon print is dry, go ahead and line out the round side with white acrylic paint. After that, use green acrylic paint and do the same around the white lines you just created. And if you have that, you can now go ahead and add some seeds by using black acrylic paint. I added just 3 to each print, but you can add as many as you want or just leave it like that. And then just let everything dry. And to finish the strawberry print, first create a cross and then add another line above the upper part with green acrylic paint. This looks just cuter and it's a super easy method to create the leaves, but you can paint them however you like. Now take some yellow acrylic paint and add a few seeds on top of the strawberries. I painted them by simply creating small lines. I also decided to use a lighter shade of green for the leaves to create more dimension and make it look a bit cuter as well. While the strawberry print is drying, you can use a brown marker and draw crisscross lines on top of your pineapple shape. This way we create the outside texture of the pineapple. Once you're done with that, mix the light yellow color and line out the lemon slices with that. If you have that, add 3 or 4 lines on top to create the segments. And now let me show you how you can add these designs to your notebook. Since I didn't want the old cover to look through as much, I placed a new design on top and outlined the spiral area of the notebook. I simply created small curves for that. Then I went ahead and cut out these curves to create a zigzag edge. This is how it should look like. Now apply glue to the backside of your design and glue it onto your notebook. I used a pen to help me glue on the paper around the spiral. Once you're done with that, let everything dry completely. Now if you want, you can glue on some white paper on top where you can write down your class or a name and you are done. Of course, you can use other colors for the paper, but I thought this color combination looks extra cute and colorful. What is your favorite notebook design? Comment down below and let me know. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it and to subscribe if you haven't already so you don't miss any of my fun and easy DIYs. Thank you so much for watching, have a wonderful day and see you next week.